If you live in a place with seasons where daylight gets shorter and longer, have you noticed your teen's mood shift right around these transitions? Maybe they're more tired, irritable, or anxious, or perhaps their energy suddenly spikes. So kids with mood disorders often become more dysregulated during these times. Temperature changes, weather changes, or even air pressure drops can significantly impact mood stability. And today I'll explain why that happens and how you can help your child and yourself navigate shifting patterns with more ease. So research shows our brains use two main systems to keep time with the world: the length of daylight and our circadian rhythms, which are the 24-hour body clock that regulates sleep, hormones, appetite, and mood. So when daylight shortens or lengthens, our circadian rhythms naturally adjust. But for people living with a mood disorder, that adjustment is much more difficult and takes longer. Disrupted circadian rhythms disrupt sleep, and poor sleep worsens mood symptoms. Changes in light exposure and sleep-wake cycles directly influence regulation. So when days get shorter or longer, or we fall back or spring forward an hour, it sets off a chain reaction affecting energy, focus, and stability. So for example, as daylight decreases, some teens experience an uptick in depression, more irritability, isolation, fatigue. Some experience an increase in hypomanic or manic symptoms, having more energy, more motivation to be out and about since the weather is cooler, which could then lead to bigger symptoms overall. The fall season also brings routine shifts. Summer freedom ends, school demands ramp up, extracurriculars start, and social pressure and stress probably increases. So the result? Symptoms may intensify and happen more often. Parents might feel like they're unexpectedly unprepared for their child's symptoms, and things may feel more chaotic and unpredictable at home. But the good news is you can do something about it. You obviously can't change the seasons, but you can prepare for them. So here are strategies that support stability during seasonal shifts. So first, keep a simple mood and sleep log. Tracking early signs of sleep disruption or mood changes helps parents and providers intervene before an episode gets worse. Prioritize sleep. So consistent sleep and wake times are one of the most powerful tools for managing bipolar and other mood disorders. So work with your teen to create and stick to a regular sleep schedule, even on the weekends. You'll most likely have to be the enforcer, and as much as possible, stick with it with no more than an hour variation. Morning light is crucial. So natural sunlight in the morning tells the body it's time to be awake. Darkness tells the body it's time to go to sleep. So consider a dawn simulator alarm clock when it's dark outside and time to get up. Consider working with possibly a sleep medicine doctor who understands mood disorder. And if you need more resources, I can help you with that. Protect against blue light. So screens emit blue light, and this kind of light disrupts circadian rhythms, which has a cumulative effect. So it's not quite as simple as no screens an hour before bed. It's considering how much time your teen is in front of screens, and they very well may need to be in front of their computer at school and for homework for a lot of the time during the school week. So to prevent the circadian rhythm disruption, consider using blue light blocking screens, apps, or glasses. Now, if your teen uses background sounds to fall asleep, that's great. Just block the blue light. Build routine and balance. So predictability helps the brain regulate mood. Structure meals, exercise, and downtime, and ask for your teen's input on routines that work for them. Make eating schedules routine. When meals happen at the same time daily, the body learns the pattern, supporting circadian rhythms and signaling when it's time to wind down towards sleep. Even small rituals such as a little morning routine done daily or a nightly wind-down activity create the predictability and structure that people with mood disorders need. So yes, this requires commitment. With busy lives and sometimes multiple children, routines will be at times inconsistent. But if I could pick one routine to try to stick to, it's good sleep hygiene and good sleep. It may feel rigid, like choosing not to sign your child up for a 7:30 p.m. class, but this lifestyle choice probably will improve everybody's quality of life. However, if an activity adds to the quality of life for your child but runs late, try to biohack with tools like dawn and dusk simulators and being organized around tasks that can be done ahead of time so that they can begin their sleep routine efficiently once they get home. Manage the stress. Mindfulness breathing, exercises, journaling, or quiet hobbies lower stress reactivity. Things that lower the stress response in our teens and in ourselves are crucial for preventing and recovering from mood episodes. You know your child best. Consider what wind down activities typically work for them and talk with them about expanding those activities. And your relationship matters with your teen. Here's something that sometimes gets overlooked: your relationship with your teen. Even the best strategies fall flat if your teen doesn't feel heard or supported. Teens with bipolar disorder often struggle with shame, frustration, resistance, and fear. They may push you away when they most need connection, display emotions and behaviors that are very difficult to handle, and say mean things. These things are the illness talking. So try to approach the relationship with your child as someone who listens, supports them, and this lowers defensiveness and builds connection, trust, and mutual respect, all of which buffer against relapse and improve treatment outcomes. When your teen feels heard, they're more open to your suggestions, like keeping a consistent bedtime or discussing early warning signs. Try to lead with empathy, curiosity, and calm, especially when they're having symptoms. And as much as you can, practice patience. Yet don't forget yourself. You matter too. Parenting a teen with bipolar disorder through seasonal changes can be exhausting. And remember, we're not perfect. We can't always respond perfectly. But your overall steadiness and consistency helps your child feel safe. That said, in order to have the energy needed to parent, tend to your own needs. Get enough rest to ask for help, and make time for moments that restore you. When you have the bandwidth to stay calm, validate their emotions, and set boundaries, you're modeling self-regulation skills that they do absorb. Seasonal mood shifts can disrupt the whole family, but by tracking patterns, prioritizing consistent sleep, routines, and connection, you can help your teen navigate transitions with greater ease. Change takes time. You can't implement everything at once. Make changes slowly throughout the year, if possible, allowing them to become habits. There will be setbacks and symptoms will fluctuate, but patience and compassion for your teen and for yourself make all the difference. So if this video was helpful, hit like and subscribe for more support on parenting teens with bipolar disorder. In the comments, let me know, what seasonal changes have you noticed in your teen's mood? Let's support each other, and thanks so much for watching, and remember, you're not alone in this.